Hey, hey, listen, guess what? Guess what? What's better than rock and roll and Rocky Road? It's Rokk and Ray. Hey! How's that? Happy Christmas. Look at you in your festive hat. Wow.
Oh man, just getting ready, man. The holidays.
I
Yeah.
said to my wife before I came on, I said, "Have we got like a Christmas tree or anything kind of Christmassy that we can, do you know what she gave me?
What she give you?
Frosty the Cup." This
Hey,
is
it's
it.
a start. That's a start. That's a start.
It's all I've got, man. Oh, and I put some lights up. With some rubbishy lights. But look at your little tree. Look at that.
Here's my tree.
Oh wow! Wow! Welcome to Stadia Rokks.
Hey
Hope you're having a
guys.
great week. It's just me and Ray from now on. So best wishes to Duncan. We love him to pieces. He's a great friend and he's been an amazing co-host on the show. So please support everything he does because he absolutely deserves your love. And we're very grateful. He's a great friend. But it's just us. And so, hey, Ray, how has your week been since last time we had our little Stadia Rocky Road?
just playing games and getting new news and just that's about pretty much it. Just playing games, trying to catch up.
What have you been playing?
Well, I played some Assassin's Creed Origins. I played Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Let's see what else. Oh, Grid, a lot of Grid. Oh, thank you, Warlock.
Yeah, what a beauty. Thank you, my friend. Well, and Grid is, it seems to become, or has become, the streamer's favorite. I know Cloudy play it all the time, don't they? And I think people really enjoy playing it.
It's competitive, a matter of fact, I think I took Duncan out a couple of times. I know me and Warlock was actually going at it. Me and Brandon was going at it. I love it, man. I love Grid.
I'm just rubbish. I'm just terrible in anything to do with cars, except real ones.
I was bad in the beginning, and then just like Destiny, I was horrible at Destiny 2. And now that you start playing, I went from killing 2 to 3 to I think the last kill I had was 25. I think I did like 25 was my highest. So
I know it's practice makes perfect, my friend.
That's absolutely.
Yeah. So, well, do you know what? Should we jump into the news? Because rather than me tell you what games I've been playing, it kind of plays into what we're going to cover off in the news anyway.
All right, let's get to it.
Let's do it. Okay, let's see if this works.
The latest news from Stadia.
Oh, it did. Yeah, can't complain about that, can you? So before we do that, actually, Ray, I just want to. We saw Wolock then just a second ago. Very, very generously give us a little donation. Thank you, my friend. And earlier on as well, Bomberman 45 became a member. Bless him.
Thank you.
It's a hugely thank you so much. So I really need to just shout out the Team Rock members, which is growing massively. And Man, you'll be on there next week. So we've got Jack, we've got Bran, we've got Ray, the gaming cyborg. We've got Lee, we've got Sean, Wolock, we've got Daz, who's in the chat. We've got Dan, Lloyd, Avery, Kumnar, who popped in and popped out again because football's on apparently. Chase, Clive, Eddie, Kevin, your very good friend.
Yes.
Adam and Dominic. What an amazing lineup. Thank you so much, you guys. Brilliant. Guys. That's Team Rock. So you know what you got to do, guys. If you want to show some love, like, subscribe, share, and why not come and join us on Team Rock? We do. I did a video yesterday for all my team members, which may or may not have seen yet. But anyway, look, the news vastly more important. So the first news, of course, was we had our pro games drop yesterday for December with Monster Jam Titans, Secret Neighbor, Hitman 2, Everspace, Kine, and Into the Breach. Have you had a chance to play any of them yet, Ray?
I sure did, and this is probably going to surprise a lot of people. But like I said, I think I said before, but I used to take my son to go see the Monster Jam trucks, and so Monster Jam, I'm having fun. I'm doing all kinds of stunts, like just like that right there, doing donuts. I played Monster Jam. I played Everspace. Everspace reminds me of a game I played back in the late 90s called Colony Wars. It was on the PlayStation 1.
Okay.
Really, really nice game. Of course, Hitman 2. Hitman 2 is probably going to be everybody's favorite on that list, but Monster Jam, Everspace, and Hitman 2.
So have you played any of Kine? Have you given that a go yet?
No, I haven't. I'm not really, I'm not much of in the puzzles, but I heard, shout out to Chase. Chase said that it was a really good game. So I might one day check it out.
It is a good game, and to be honest, if you think about it, Ray, I think this is the only game that we got yesterday that was already on Stadia. The rest of them were all brand new to the platform. This was one of the very early games that arrived on Stadia. And I have to say, I was quite keen early on to buy it anyway. I didn't in the end, but it's just got a lovely style to it, and it's as you can see, it's got a kind of jazzy, illustrative look and feel.
So what? It's a box? Is it a box?
Yeah.
So the idea. What the hell is it? The hell is it?
You can't really tell from this, can you? So the idea is that you choose from a bunch of instruments that are in your band, I guess, and you've got to just make your way through sections in a map. But each of those instruments, you can make it, they move in a different way. So that one there, Quat the drummer, or Quat the drummer, I'm not sure how you pronounce that. It's a bit I know what it could be. As you can see, he's got a drum stand. And what you do is you can slide the drum stand along and then stand him up and push him over and stuff. So each of the instruments has a unique there you go. So each has its own way of moving around. So you kind of have to think, right, I need to get across there. How do I position this stand to get over there?
Got it.
And if you can't do it, then you can choose a different instrument and try that and stuff. So yeah, it's it takes a little bit of getting your head around, but it is actually really good fun. This is probably out of all of them the one that I'm really keen to get my head into, because I'll be honest with you, when I did this yesterday, and you can see me there, little fun fact here, folks, you can see me up there in the corner. I was actually in my dressing gown. I got up really early to do it. Look at me in my bed attire. So this was the one that I thought, yeah, I can't give this the attention it needs while I'm streaming. So I definitely want to go and give this a go. But yeah, no, that was good. Into the Breach was good as well. So that's let me see. That's a kind of an 8-bit play. You get to do a turn. It's a turn-by-turn based game. And that was actually a lot better fun than I thought it would be. And that's the great thing, though, isn't it, Ray? They give you these games which, to be fair, most of them you probably wouldn't give another look to, if they didn't give them to you. And you get to have a little play with them. And okay, fine, if you don't like them, then that's fine. It hasn't, it's cost you a small percentage of your monthly fee, right? Exactly. But the amount of times games like this that I genuinely wouldn't ordinarily play, you give it a go and you think, actually, that's dang good fun.
I'm gonna try that. I'm definitely gonna try that one.
I would, yeah. I'd give that a go. And quick shout out to Stadia Dad 77 for becoming a Rokk fan. A member.
Hey.
Thank you so much, my friend. Welcome to Team Rokk. I loves you. Right. So that was, so them's was the games that they came out yesterday. 6 games, of which 5 were brand new to the platform. I mean, come on, guys. You're getting this nowhere else in the wonderful wide world of gaming, are you?
Can I throw another one out at you? Secret Neighbor. I've been watching people stream that because now it's multiplayer. Yes, I didn't have a Scooby-Doo when I look at this yesterday, because you need other people to play with you. It is, as you said, to multiplayer. It's a bit like Among Us. It's a bit like Dead by Daylight. But of course, without having other people to play, I couldn't pick it out. So I played it last night with Brandon and Stadia Gamer. And it was good fun. I actually did enjoy myself. Yeah. Well, so that's how you have to play it. My best friend Kevin, he was like, Ray, you gotta check out secret neighbor. Man, it really looks good, you know. So I'll check it out. Maybe, hey Kevin, maybe we'll play it with somebody.
Yeah, definitely. You know, and it's a shame it's only 5 players, because it would be a good one to do on Friday nights. Maybe we'll do it for a little warm-up game, see how it goes. But yeah, sure. Good fun. And it's the first time I played one of the neighbor games, because this is the 3rd one on Stadia, of course. But the other 2, I'd sort of dipped in and dipped out, and I know they're massive. My little nephew George, bless his socks, you know, when he first got into gaming when he was about 6, the only game he wanted to play was Hello Neighbor. So I know they have a following. It just didn't happen to be with me. The other thing worth pointing out, actually, Ray, which is it's another little bit of news, is that it transpires that Rockfish have said on Twitter that Everspace is going to get a 4K update, and it sounds like it's going to be imminent as well.
Well, I did play some Everspace, and so if it's going to be in 4K, that's going to be really nice, shooting the guns and the missiles and the lasers. Yeah. Just don't get too close to the TV. I got a little dizzy with the ship, you know. I can't do it. I can't do it in first person, man. I got to do it in third.
Yes, because that's a good thing about a game, isn't it? You get the cockpit view, you get your third person, and you get your first person. So whichever works. It really reminded me of No Man's Sky. I thought, you know, the part when you're in space and you shoot rocks and things to get the minerals and stuff that you need, fuel and what have you, it reminded me a lot of that. The only thing, and I haven't played it long enough yet to know how much of a thing this is, but I do know that it's a roguelike, and I'm not a massive fan of those, Ray. I don't like is that Rain? What's that game that came out last time? Rain 2 or something?
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
You know what I mean? When you die, you die.
Rain to break. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. And I like to progress and move on, you know. I don't want to go back and start again.
Same here, because that will make me not want to play it. That lowers the replay value. Exactly
that, my friend. So what else we got in the old news? Well, one of the things we've got, I'll just place this in, you have to bear with me, folks, trying out a new system tonight, so we'll see how it goes. Over at our friends at Stadia Source, we've got a new free-to-play game, which is Bomberman, Super Bomberman R Online. This is big news, Ray, isn't it?
That is huge, people. It is free. Free to play. That means you can play it for free. You don't have to pay any money. Just play it. Enjoy it. And what's good about this is that you can also, it's starting, I mean, a lot of people are starting to play this. 64 battles.
Yeah.
Now, sometimes you probably won't get up to 64, but you're gonna get some people in there to battle. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm not good at this game. There's guys that are really good with each of the different characters. But yeah, I think this is really huge, really huge.
I know Lloyd, who just said yo back at you, Lloyd. Lloyd loves a bit of Super Bomberman, as does Bill, and I think he refers to it as I don't know, Zblob or something. So it's like Zblob. I can't remember. I can't get the letters ain't making it to my head. But yeah, it's got a massive following. So to then have it appear as a free to play. Now I know some of us have got it already, but you know, this for me, it's like we can now say to people, you know, go and get your sub. Go just sign up for nothing with Stadia, and straight away you can play Bomberman and Destiny. And my belief is they haven't finished yet. I suspect there's a lot more free games to come, and that really puts them in a brilliant position in the market, doesn't it?
It's good because Bomberman, like, you know, me being old, I remember the old style Bomberman, which will attract people, and now the new kids, the new generations can also, and it's all ages, just having a blast. Plus I think it's cute with all the different characters. I don't know why I keep using Snake, but I lose. You know, I end up blowing myself up, but I I love Metal Gear and I love using Snake, but it's fun. It's really
Yeah,
fun.
it is good. I just love the fact Stadia are covering all bases at the moment, aren't they? You know, it wasn't that long ago and people were going, well, yeah, I know you can get a free account, but you've got to buy games. And, you know, what do I want with a Chrome browser with nothing in it? And now, yeah, straight away, you've got stuff you can play, even if you just want to test it out and see whether it's for you, whether it works on your network. It costs you zippity doodah.
It's one, to me personally, it's one of those great party games that are out there that you can play along and just have a blast. No pun intended.
I genuinely think I have no evidence for this, but I genuinely think that their aim is to have a half a dozen free games. I mean, I know other platforms have got Fortnite and, you know, and there's other games, the Warframe and stuff that you can have for free. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see those, but I think they're trying to be cleverer than that. I think they're going to bring games free to play that aren't free to play anywhere else.
My friend, these are just little appetizers. Okay, just throwing little tidbits out. Hey, Jack, just throwing little tidbits out. But I think the best is yet to come.
So Gandera says there's a chance Outcasters will be free. I think I think it will be free, but I think it'll only be free for Pro. But I agree with you. I think that would be a great game to add to the universal free, because that's what I think they're aiming for. Imagine a time in, I don't know, 2 months, 3 months time where they can say, if you go and get yourself a free Stadia account, you can play these half a dozen games which are only free exclusively to Stadia. Try it out and play them as long as you like. And no other platform, even if you do sign up to Pro, lets you keep those Pro games forever. The others just kind of rotate them in and take them out. And if you didn't claim them, you know, they're yours forever. Yes. I mean, there's so many unique aspects to this platform.
Lloyd.
So Lloyd, imagine hitting the ground running in 2021 with Fortnite, Rocket League, Apex, and Warzone, all free with no downloads. I mean, just imagine. And I'd add Warframe into that, because I tell you, there is one game that, just talking back on Everspace, there's one game that I would love to see come to Stadia, and that's No Man's Sky. And I'd imagine that thrown into the mix as well. I mean, just...
Well, you know what I noticed what Stadia is doing is they got a lot of the people on the outside. Oh my God, they call them old games that are coming. But you know what's wrong with that?
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong, especially if you have certain things that you can that are benefits from Stadia.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, no, 100%. I just think that it just feels so exciting. And look, before we get blow ourselves up with excitement, in fact, this leads nicely on to our next news item, which is that, let's just pop that out there. We've got a big, massive, huge, enormous event happening on this Thursday, I think it is, isn't it? On the 3rd, the big Stadia event, end of year event. It's being tagged. Now this
Austin Creed.
You know that he's a massive gamer. Up, down, down.
I watch his YouTube videos.
Right.
He's one of my favorite characters. He's with the wrestling group. It's a New Day. Okay. You know, yeah, Coffee Kingston, Big E. He's one of my favorites. He's the one that he plays the trombone.
What? Well, he's wrestling.
Yeah, they play a trumpet and they throw pancakes out at the audience.
Wow.
They throw pancakes out at the audience. You know, he's a massive gamer. So I was really excited to hear about this.
That is crazy. Quick shout out, Christopher Torres. Thank you so much for becoming a Team Rokk fan. Welcome to Team Rokk, my friend. You're in great company, and we really, really appreciate your support. Thank you very much. Wow. Yeah, I am so stoked for this. So stoked. They keep doing this. They keep just. Oh, by the way, Outwards out there, gonna have a little play with it. Oh, and big event coming up on Thursday. Go and fill your boots. The thing that I'm really excited, because obviously they've already mentioned that they're going to talk about Phoenix and Bomberman. I could do a little Bomberman play, but it's that one line: get some updates from Stadia Games and Entertainment. Now I know everyone's saying, yeah, it's Outcasters, and they definitely are going to talk about Outcasters.
Yeah,
but a man can dream, Ray. Come
yes.
on, it could be so much more than that, couldn't it?
Right now, man, I always set the bar high and all my expectations and everything. I'm just gonna enjoy it. I just want to watch it and see the videos and enjoy it and see what's coming up. But I honestly think that we're gonna get Outcasters for free, and I think that's what we're gonna get,
and that's gonna be just amazing.
Yeah.
Isn't it? And that's going to be so amazing. It's going to be great. I genuinely feel Stadia's stoking up. I really do. I think they've just got their act together over the last couple of months, and this is going to be great. I've not, to be fair, I'm not hugely familiar with Austin Creed.
Well, his wrestling name is Xavier Woods in WWE. Okay. And then on Up, he's known as Austin Creed. They got their wrestling personas, and then they have their real life. So, but he's man, he's chiseled. He's just like buff.
Is he buff?
And he can wrestle.
He's like you then, mate. Basically.
No. He's actually a good wrestler. So, and he, once again, he's a gamer. He loves games. I love watching his shows.
Oh, wow. I am so excited. So that's going to be coming up on Thursday. And as it says here, that's 9 a.m. Pacific. I'm not sure what that's your time, 9 a.m. Isn't it your Pacific?
Yep. I'm going to be up with my popcorn. They're also going to have Katie Wilson too.
Yeah. Now she's what is she? She's a content creator, presumably. She's very attractive.
Yes, she is. Very attractive. I think she's also, I heard, she does stunts. I think she does stunts or something. I think she might be a stunt lady.
Evil Knievel.
Something like that. That's what I heard. That's what. Don't quote me on it. I heard somebody saying that, but doesn't
Jump
matter.
Over the Grand Canyon with a Stadia controller.
Hey, she's attractive, so I'll be watching.
Do whatever she wants.
I'll be watching more of her than Austin Creed.
Fair shout, man. She can do whatever she wants. We'll give that a good look anyway. So yeah, we mentioned Outward dropped. That was another news item. Outward dropped early, actually, because I think it wasn't meant to go live until yesterday or today, but it appeared a little bit on the old early side. But that actually looks a pretty good game. Have you had a look at that one?
You know what? I remember reading about it and looking at it. It's like an RPG with it almost kind of reminds me of Elder Scrolls-ish. I mean, light, Yeah.
And you're a massive Elder Scrolls fan, aren't you?
Huge. Yeah. There's some news coming up on about Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, we're going to get there in a second. Just taking a sip from Frosty.
Not a problem.
Yeah, no, it's actually not a bad price either. So that's 34 of your English pines, which is what, about $38, $39, something like that, $40. As the crow flies. But that's great. And just more stuff happening. I mean, it's this we've got to a point now, Clive was saying it yesterday, where it's just games are just going to drop. I just think it's important that they allow developers or studios to promote the fact that their games are about to drop. If Stadia's got to a point where it's short, I mean, they've said, Jack Booster, there's going to be 400 games coming soon, or in a period. If they get to a point where there's just too many of them dropping for them to make a big thing of it, then at least let the studios make a big thing of it, But I'm sure they will. I'm sure that will come. Right, what else have we got down here? That was Outward. Oh, yes. Now then, this is interesting, I think, if you're into Kronos. Kronos. I don't mind. You
Kronos before the ashes.
So, what is this?
It once again, to me, I couldn't tell between that and Outworld. I mean, it looks like another kind of RPG. Well, yeah, it is an RPG.
Yeah, it actually looks pretty good. I thought.
Yeah.
This one's gone live today, hasn't it? This is an.
Yeah, that one's. I think that's more than Outworld. I know one's $29.99 American and one's $39.99.
Okay, so this must be the 29 because the last one was 35 UK, so that would make sense.
So
yeah. But this actually looks really good. That looks like the raid in in Destiny 2.
But these games came out at a wrong time.
I know. And they've got 2 or 3 coming out tomorrow, and the day that Phoenix Rising launches, or whenever it is. Yeah, it is tomorrow. Yeah, I know. But what do they do? I mean, what do? They must decide amongst themselves when they're going to release these games, surely.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Roosevelt Phillips for becoming a Rokk fan. Thank you, my friend, for joining Team Rokk. Wow, amazing, just amazing. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, genuinely, it's really, really means a huge amount. Thank you so much. Do you know what? I'm tempted on this one. This looks good fun.
You know what, Rokk? When I first saw this, I said, you know what? I know Rock's gonna like this. Yeah.
It does look up my boulevard, I have to say.
Yeah.
But it also kind of has a little bit of a Phoenix Rising vibe as well. So with that coming out tomorrow, I don't know. Maybe, like you've said, the timings aren't brilliant, are they?
Rokk, I got 100 games. All right. I got 100 games, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, when and how? So
I know. This is the problem. This is the problem, isn't it? We spent, how long ago was it? We were all going, there's not enough games. We want more games. And the world was saying, nah, I don't want Stadia. There's no games on it. And now we're like, oh, slow down. You know, give us a break.
Yeah. Yep. My wife, man, she told me the other day, she's like, is that your, like, because I was, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to play one game, get out, play another game, get out, and play another game.
Yeah.
And so
Lloyd thinks this was originally a VR title. Yeah, I could see that. I could see
really?
that. I don't remember seeing it on the PlayStation VR, but maybe it was an Oculus or something. What do you think, Ray?
VR title? No. I mean, I have a PlayStation VR. Yeah. And I haven't heard. I mean, I can go back and check. He might be right.
I don't know. But yeah, definitely has something about it that I
will say I'm loving the graphics. I'm loving. Look at the shadow on the whatever that. Oh man, yeah, that looks awesome.
That does look good. It does look good. Right, well, we'll keep an eye out for that one. I think that's a very strong possibility of a future purchase. And of course, Christmas is coming up, so you could always get your significant other to invest in a bit of Kronos or Kronos, or however you want to pronounce it. And finally, I think for today, big news. If you have never bought or never claimed Elder Scrolls Online, because it's going to be part of another free-to-play weekend on Stadia.
I think that's great. I really do.
December the 9th. So do you know what's amazing is literally this week, somebody could come along, sign up for Stadia for free, get to play Elder Scrolls Online all weekend, and play Super Bomberman R Online, and play Destiny 2. And you've got enough games right there to keep you going till after Christmas, haven't you?
Yeah.
What's not to love? This is what I say.
There's no excuse. There's no excuse, people.
Yeah. And even to be fair, even if it's only $5.99 if you just bought it anyway. I mean, what's that in dollars? $7, something like that.
Yeah,
$6, $7, $8. I mean, it's cheap as chips. In fact, are they still doing that $10 credit when you sign up, where you can purchase an item?
I don't know. I know some people still holding on to their credit.
Yeah, I think it expires, doesn't it, in January?
Yeah.
I forget now. But if it's still kicking around, I mean, just look, you could get this and still have loose change to buy yourself some pretzels. I mean,
Man,
that's an amazing deal.
Christopher Graymore is awesome. Skyrim is awesome. People take advantage. And I think
Yeah,
also when they do, that's another thing. It's like getting something for like free. Here, taste this. Here's a sample. This is really good. You know what? I might want to buy this. So, and you're getting it at an amazing price, people. It's a
it
good
is
price.
cool. You were
Yeah.
saying back along, Ray, that you know a ton of people that were really anti Stadia, and then when they did the whole YouTube Premier Edition promotion, they sort of suddenly became Stadia owners.
Well, you got to look in the very beginning. You had all the news outlet people were talking so negative about it, and now that we've been out so long and we have this massive, we didn't have games, now we have massive of games, and then the interview, hey, 400 games, and then the YouTube. I mean, the quality of people, if you look at the YouTube streamers, the content creators that are streaming this and playing 2 to 3, 4 hours, they're looking at this and they're like, this is good. The Cyberpunk deal? Come on. Come on, people.
It's even cheaper than buying it anywhere else anyway, and they're throwing in $100 worth of kit.
Oh, I got friends that are ordering graphic cards and messing around with their PCs, and all you have to do, you don't have to download it. You can stream it to a browser and you're playing a beautiful, beautiful game.
Yeah, I mean, I full confession, I pre-ordered it on PC, and then I cancelled it and I pre-ordered it on Stadia because I thought, where's the downside, Ray? Not only did they not, and they won't be taking any money until the game goes live, number one. Number two, you get the Premier Edition, which is going to be a Christmas present for someone as far as I'm concerned. That's where that's going, because I don't need another one. And an amazing game with all the benefits of Stadia.
That is called a brilliant move. Checkmate. That's just brilliant.
Yeah,
brilliant.
The waves that it sent out in the gaming industry, and how many people. It's fascinating to watch. I know there's still the odd dissenter, and as I said on Twitter, haters got a bait. I mean, that's how they're making their money, right? But how many of those have gone quiet now? Those original haters. I haven't watched old Yim Yong for a while. I don't know what he's up to.
Because you know why? Because Yin Yong or Ye Yong or whatever. I know his name. I'm just being a jerk.
Yeah.
He's watching people videos. Look what I got. I got this. Look what oh my God. I've been watching a lot of positive videos of people showing it off and playing it.
Yeah.
So, hey, Dom, what's going on, Dominic?
Another one of our fantastic Team Rokk. Yeah, no, I am so excited now. I wasn't even that fussed about Cyberpunk, and then when that deal came out, and I thought, no, this is me flying the flag for Stadia. I can really feel proud now that those guys have got an amazing deal out there. That you can walk into any bar anywhere in the world and go, nah, it's cheaper on Stadia, mate, and they give you a free controller.
No, I got up in the morning one morning and my wife was like, you were seeing Cyberpunk in your dreams. Who are you talking about? That's how bad I want this game. Okay.
So true.
She's like, who's Cyberpunk?
It's so true. What do you do? I mean, it is what it is. So yeah, super excited. Some great conversations in the chat tonight. Thanks for supporting us as always, guys. Some of my favorite folk have turned out to say hi. And thank you to everybody that's just joined Team Rokk tonight. That's absolutely blown me away. You guys are amazing. So that's it for the news, unless you've got anything else that you want to cover off, Ray.
Nah, people, I mean, I know there's people that had Stadia Pro, they had a membership and they let the membership go. Come on back. There's free games. Come on.
Well, I'll tell you what, I finally managed to set a family group up and actually set it up with myself. So another one of my Gmail accounts. But I just always interested to see what it looks like. And I fired it up yesterday, and it was every one of my games from my pro account, every single one, and it little blue thing saying shared with family, every single game. I mean, everything we ever wanted out of Stadia in terms of being able to share with our family and friends, get free deals for non-pro members. It's all there to be had. No other system allows you to play for free without having to wait for a server to turn out, give you some space or kick you off after an hour. I mean, and zero latency. I mean, it's just... as we come towards Christmas, I'm feeling in full of festive cheer, but I'm so chuffed about where it's ending up.
Well, you know what I'm happy about is all the requests that I'm getting, like, hey, friend requests. But do you look at your friends list? Do you see how many people are online? And that was one of the things. Well, there's nobody playing online. There's no one online. There's no one. Yeah. I got 50 people, 50 of my friends online.
I know.
It's amazing.
It's super duper exciting, is what it is. Talking of, just before we shift on to the Rokk review, I'm just interested. I know this is a Stadia show, but you got your Luna account.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
What do you think? You enjoying it, or?
I love it. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people that have issues, and Brian, shout out to Brian from Brian Evolve. He says his hands are too big and the controller's not good. I got baby hands.
It actually does look quite small though. I haven't. Yeah, okay.
If you know what, it works with the Xbox One controller. Great. So if the controller's too small, hey, you use your Xbox. Use a different one. Yeah. But as far as I'm enjoying it, because it's in the very beginning of the stage. So I'm just happy the cloud, because I really I was an advocate in the very beginning about the clouds, and I had a lot of people. Not only were they talking, Stadia, but they were also talking about the cloud gaming, and now
that was so Santa Claus, mate. I got really excited then.
But Luna. Stadia is light years ahead of Luna, but I enjoy playing Luna because they have Ubisoft Connect Stadia.
I know. Talking of which, there was one final thing. It's not breaking news, I'm afraid. I wish it was. I wish I could say to you it's coming tomorrow, but there is, of course, tomorrow morning in the UK, Phoenix Rising, or Immortals Phoenix Rising, to give its full title, which I think is still still a playable demo, I think, on Stadia at the moment. So that's going live tomorrow. I don't know about generally. I know it's going live at 5 a.m. my time in tomorrow morning for Ubisoft Plus. So that'll be the same for yourself.
Well, Luna's already when I got on my Luna, it already has a huge advertising for Immortal Phoenix Rising, and so. Sorry,
I'm really looking forward to it. I know. I agree with you, mate. I've been tweeting about it. It's the one. It's the one thing for me. The shame of it is that I know that they advertised, a year plus ago to say that it's going to be this year, and I kind of thought, well, Jack, love you. He's such an amazing guy.
Jack,
such an amazing guy. People, if you don't know, Jack does the most amazing service for the community. He literally collates a ton of data on how content creators are doing, the sort of charts and on how they're and how many people are playing games at the moment and stuff. And all of it, every single time he publishes it, whether it's on Reddit or you can see it on Twitter, it's always positive news. It's amazing to see it. Jack really is. He's an absolute star. And thank you so much for that, my friend. I love you to pieces. You're a great, great guy. as Dr. Spaceman says, and he's absolutely right. Jack is an awesome guy.
He is. He is.
But yeah, so sorry, getting back on track. So yeah, tomorrow morning, and it's just such a shame that you'd be able to buy it, but I'm not. You and I both subscribe to Ubisoft Plus. We're waiting for it to come out.
You know, I'm being completely honest, people. Cyberpunk.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just.
It's only going to be 6 days later. Do you think we can complete Phoenix in 6 days, Ray?
And I'm just, people are asking me, "Hey, are you playing Immortal?" No, I'm not. I'm just keeping it real. I am.
That's one of the advantages of the subscription, though, in fairness, because we were going to get Far Cry 6 not long down the road. It was only going to be, I think, January. Now that's obviously been pushed back into the spring. So that's fine. But, typically, I was thinking, and I still am, okay, so I've done my Valhalla and I've done my Watch Dogs. I've got Cyberpunk coming out in, what is it now, 7 days time. I'm going to play 5 days of Phoenix and cancel my Ubisoft subscription, play Cyberpunk until Feb, and then get back into Ubisoft Plus. That's one of the things you can do.
Yep. Brilliant.
No, they don't want to hear me say that, but that's the way I'm looking at it.
Hey, people are asking me, "Hey, are you playing Valhalla? Are you playing Watch Dogs?" Yeah, I'm playing it on my PC.
Yeah, right.
But I will say Stadia did get me on Ghost Recon Wildlands. They got me on Far Cry New Dawn, Far Cry 5. But those are, I had to get those. I had to get it.
I'm sorry. In my head, I just had you driving over that prisoner again. It's still one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Oh, you've got to, I'm going to say this every week. I can't help it. Go and watch Ray's Stadia Super Saturday video. Honestly, if you're feeling down, he'll sort you right out. He's like a tonic. Dave, thank you so much for that little donation there, my friend. That's amazing. Super chat. Could have given us a question with your super chat. We'd have answered it. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
You're amazing tonight. You really are. Bless you all. Bless your socks, a lot of you. You know what? We're going to have to do a Christmas edition of Stadia Rokks, aren't we? When we get a little bit closer to Christmas. I might even come in festive gear and maybe wear some... Yeah, we could do all that, and we can have the chiming of the bells, and we'll do that. We'll rustle up something. Maybe we'll do a giveaway or something as well. We'd have a little Christmas giveaway. That'd be good, wouldn't it? We'll have to sort that. We'll have to sort it all out, mate. Sort it all out.
Not a problem.
That'll be good, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, spoons, let's move on to the next, because we've only got 15 minutes. This has worked out quite nicely. To the next thing that we've got here, I'm just going to copy.
Oh, I can't wait to hear. Oh, are you doing a video?
I am going to do a video in a second. But before we do that, we're going to put this one on over here. Where is it? So much going on. Here it is. Found it. Right, so we're going to actually play a bit of video for you where it appears. There we go. So this is, ladies and gentlemen, our game for today, which we thought would be appropriate in the Rokk review, is actually Super Bomberman R Online. And you know a heck of a lot more about this than I do, Ray. So fill me in, my friend.
Not a problem. Well, hey, you got Super Bomberman R Online. It's a wonderful party game. 64 people can actually play online. But no matter what, if it's 64, if it's 10 or 12, you're going to have a great time. Basically, you're trying to be the last man standing. So you want to throw your bombs. You want to make sure you protect yourself. You want to get those power-ups and those certain perks that will help you win. But for the review, this is a review. So
yes,
one of the reviews is how quick can you get into the game?
Yeah, so that's right. There are 5 questions, and this is the first one. How quickly does it load? So it's fairly fast is the answer, isn't it, Ray?
I give it a 4.
Yeah, you give it a 4 for that. I give it a high score. I can't remember what I gave it. I think I gave it a 5 because It's fairly fast. You can
I
get
mean,
into it quite quickly.
you get your key. Somebody who's ever, the host, you get your key, and then you're right into the game.
So yeah, no, absolutely right. Second question: can you pick up where you left off?
No, I don't think it's a game where you save. It's a party game. You go in and you just, I don't even know that's a question to ask it, because it's not like an adventure game.
I know. Let's face it, any multiplayer game, the answer is always no. It always is.
Exactly.
Because how can you possibly, get all your friends and go, right, okay, pause now. See you next week. Come back and press go. It's never going to happen, is it? Yeah, exactly. Look at those ghostly figures there. It's quite spooky. So no, of course the answer is no. So you can't give that a high score, and it's always a shame. But we do the same 5 questions for every game, but multiplayer games always struggle with getting full score because of that one. But the next one, though, question 3: how easy is it to play?
I had to give it a 3. I have to give it a 3 because there's different characters. So if you pick a different character, they all have different attributes of what they do. Now, me personally, I'm horrible at the game. I'm still trying to figure out how to use some of the characters and stuff like that. Now, some of the guys are probably Jim, Stadia, Chris. There's some people that are really, really good at the game, but me. Nah, so I'm giving it a 3.
Yeah, I gave it exactly the same, because I have really struggled getting my head around this game. And I probably just need to spend a bit more time playing it. And you're right, Chris and Jem and some guys are just like, it's almost like they were born.
Well, they know the combos. They know it, even when I go hide. Hey, look, I'm getting on.
Yeah, Ray's getting on.
even when I hide, there's a chain reaction of the bombs, and I've been watching people. They know where to place the bombs to do the cross chain reactions.
Yeah, I'm the same. I kind of just felt it was a little bit more complicated than it needed to be. But, again, that's my fault. I need to spend more time getting to understand the rules of the game, I guess. But if you're a casual gamer, and let's face it, those were always the reason behind the 5 questions. If you're a casual gamer that just wants to get in and play a game, let's sit down, Rokk, will you? I'm talking here. What's he doing?
That's what I'm laughing at. I'm like,
what is he? Everything, look. And the guy he looks about 18 pounds heavier there as well. Just sit down, boy. What's wrong with you? If you're a casual gamer and you just want to jump in and play something and get the heck out again, we've got to look at it from that perspective. And, from a casual gamer perspective, no, you do need to spend a little bit of time and get your head into the game. So you gave it 3 and I gave it 3 as well. So at the moment, we're almost neck and neck on this one. Yeah. Numero cuatro, number 4 was, is it rewarding? Now, what I mean by this is, as you play the game, do you get to, maybe you get some loot drops? Do you get some, can you buy some kit? And do you feel like you've actually won stuff when you win the game? You get your chicken dinners, don't you, in PUBG? Do you get anything like that here?
I think the only thing that's rewarding is the perks that you get to help you. I mean, you can get extra life. You can get certain weapons and you can even get on little jets and fly around and zoom across. So I gave it a 3 for rewards.
Yeah,
I gave it a 3.
I gave it a 4, but to be honest, it was a bit of a stab in the dark, Greg. So I don't think I've ever played it that long to know if it's
okay.
I was being, it's Christmas. I'm just being a bit helpful there. And then the final one, and this is such a daft question: is it value for money? It's free.
Free. I gave it a 5.
It's a massive 5 for free. I mean, you can't do any better than free, can you? These guys have sat there looking at that board. That's another thing as well, of course. It is a multiplayer. So, and as you've said, one of the unique factors with this game is that exclusively on Stadia, you can play with up to 64 players, which is danged amazing if you happen to know 64 people. I don't, but
I did see the Super Saturday chat with Avery, and it was huge.
Did they get 64 in there?
I think there was one time he had it all filled, and it was live. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. But I love it. I mean, more of that, please, Mr. Stadia. Having the ability, like Grid is the other one, isn't it? PUBG, of course, you can have up to 100. It's what we need on Fridays, you see, because you get a whole ton of people in the chat that want to join in a game. So you need that space. So on that basis alone, but yes, of course, it's free. It's massive value for money. So totting up the scores, Ray, I think we've kind of come in about the same each.
Yes.
It's roughly about 18. I think we both gave it an 18 out of 25, which is good. Anything above 15 is good.
It's me personally. I think it's like one of the top party game. Like it's up there with Cake Bake, or it's up there with Get Pack. It's a really good party game for your friends, for your family. I love playing it. Hey, Krampus, love playing the game.
Yeah. Now that it's free, you see, I was thinking I can kind of like Christmas time when, we're all in our different parts of the world and we can't come together and have hugs and stuff unless we're in our 80s, because then you can apparently. But, I can say to people, right, I'm going to give you a link and I'm just going to send it over now. It's going to text it to you. I want you to go on. I want you to download this app. I want you to set up an account, Stadia account, right? And then I want you to claim this game. It's called Super Bomberman R Online. And when you've done it, give us a shout, because we're going to get the whole family together and we're going to play this game. And I've got a small fun fact for you, Ray. You'll like this.
What's that?
Both my mum and dad have got 10 brothers and sisters. All right.
Wow.
All their family had at least 4 children. So I would need two sessions of Super Bomberman to get all my family in, but it could be done.
Yeah. What's the greatest stress reliever? Blowing things up.
Oh yeah, I know. Let's face it, what kid didn't want to be one of those guys that blew up chimneys and stuff, and factories and things? That's what you need, isn't it? So the whole family, you can literally at Christmas for free, just send a link around to all your friends and say, Lloyd just put the little mind blown, brilliant. It's so funny. My little emoji there. You get your whole family for free on Stadia with Super Bomberman and play together. Yes. What a fantastic opportunity. That with Christmas has come early with Google Stadia, which is, what a fantastic thing. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. We both gave it a high review, and it's on the old Rokk review there. Ray and Rock's Rokk review. Say that with a mouthful of marbles. And and it's free on a Stadia near you, which has got to be good, isn't it? So we'll say goodbye to Duncan, Lee, Clive, and Fat Boy on the end there. We'll get rid of them.
I think it was the angle.
Yeah, don't make excuses for him, mate. He needed to lose weight at that point. Thankfully, he did do a bit of that since. He needed to, let's be frank. I went to see a physio today, and that's exactly what she didn't say. You need to lose weight, but she did say to me, she said, you do realize when you're from the age of 40 onwards, you lose 10% of your muscle, your general muscle every year if you don't exercise. I'm like, oh.
I gotta go tomorrow. So I gotta go tomorrow. And I had to change it because Stadia has a show coming on. It's like, can I change the appointment?
Yeah, I know. Well, why have you got it in the morning? Tomorrow morning, is it?
No, I moved it. I pushed it. I called and changed because I want to see Outcasters. Yep. I want to see the trailers, and I want to see what Austin Creed. I was waiting for, and that's huge, people, because this guy, he plays Xbox, he plays PlayStation, he plays a lot of games. So for him to have a Stadia controller and playing Stadia games is huge, people. It's huge.
Yeah, I don't, I have a sneaking suspicion there's going to be a few little surprises they throw into that event. And I hope it's not do you think it's live, Ray? I hope it's not a pre-recorded 5-minute thing.
Oh, man. I'm trying to, it's Google, and I just hope
YouTube.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I have just a nasty little feeling it's going to be a 5-minute pre-record like they did with the 3-day event
Lamar Wilson, and yeah. But here, you know what though? It's more it's more advertising, it's more marketing.
Yes,
it's more getting the Stadia brand, the Stadia name out there with a huge WWE wrestler who's a Slash also. He's a huge gamer, so I think it's great.
Gamer.
Great game of Secret Neighbor. Okay, cool.
Because I mean, wrestling has never really been my thing, but it's absolutely huge in the States, isn't it?
I've been going since I was 4 years old, man.
Really?
I've seen Ric Flair, I've seen the Road Warriors, I've seen the Rock.
You've seen me? I've never been in a ring in my life.
No, not the Rock, the people's champ.
Yeah, wow.
You smell what the Rock is cooking.
I could be the Rock. Yeah. See, Lloyd knew it. He knew that he knew you were a wrestling fan. I just, I think most people are, from what I understand, in the States. I'm not so sure in Canada, but certainly in the States.
Well, believe it or not, some of the wrestlers were Canadian. You know, there was the Hart family trained most of those guys, and those guys came to the United States and became huge.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so but wrestling, people, it's international. It's all over the world. It's in Japan. It's in Canada. Yeah, it's in the UK. WWE.
No, it is. I know it is. It's massive. It's massive in the UK. Yeah. It's just me. Like Gandara says here. But Big Daddy was back in when I was a kid. He was huge.
Yeah, but I got to drink my beer and stand out in my trailer and watch my WWE wrestling.
It really it is a form of entertainment, isn't it? I'd say it was more a form of entertainment than sport. I mean, I know there is the sport aspect to it, but I mean,
I have a cabinet of wrestling books and wrestling figures.
Wow.
Yeah, I used to do eBay. I sent the action figure to Russia. I sent a bunch of action figures to the UK. It was huge.
It is. It's great to see it. But that connection again, absolutely the right thing to do. Here's a guy who is well known anyway for anybody who's interested in wrestling. So he ticks a box straight off the bat, and on top of that, he's a huge gamer. I mean, what a brilliant advocate! That's the kind of people they need as their brand ambassadors, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Lloyd says you need to be neighbors. I could see you and Lloyd. Okay, I'm just gonna pull out, jump in the car. We're going down now. We're gonna watch some wrestling. Grab some Chuck E. Cheese on the way.
No, you know what? No, you would probably see me at Tim Hortons I'd get some donuts. I get a whole bunch of donuts and some coffee, and I'd be watching some early morning wrestling, man. Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah. We used to get it in the UK when I was a kid, which is what Gander is referring to. We used to have it on ITV, which is the big commercial station over here. So when I was a kid, there was literally the BBC, which everyone's heard of the BBC. So, it was the kind of public service broadcaster.
Mm-hmm.
So it was BBC One and BBC Two. There were two channels. And then there was ITV, which was the commercial channel, and that was it. And then on a Saturday afternoon, it was just all sport. It was soccer and that. There you go. And then tea time, which would be dinner time to the rest of it, was they would have wrestling with Big Daddy and Giant Haystacks and these guys that were just big, fat, completely non-sporty looking fellas in the UK versus the guys in the States, these huge kind of superhero looking characters. Look at this. Yeah. Amazing. See, I
even got Japanese.
Wow. Yeah, Hulk Hogan. There you go. So many, The Rock. I mean, actually, so many of them have gone on to form other careers in acting and music and
How many movies? I can't even count all the movies The Rock has done.
What's he called? Dwayne Dibley or something?
I'll tell you what we used to do. Me and my friend, it's called bleeding. Wrestlers used to tie stuff and they would hit their forehead to bleed. So
okay.
So me and my friend, we would get like electric tape and tie little thumbtacks and we would get, we had like light view, man. I was a backyard wrestling, man. I was a
what do you want to do? That's self-mutilation. You might as well got yourself a stick.
the light tubes we used to bust over our heads. Yeah, because because it was hard back in the 90s. It was hardcore wrestling, and so we used to do a lot of hardcore. We used to
make yourselves bleed.
Yes,
don't be doing that, man.
I know. Not anymore. Not anymore.
Ray, was it Stadia USA says that Ray was the bad boy wrestling fan? Yeah, right.
No, my wrestling. I did the Triple H had a move that was called the oh my god, I forgot what Triple H's finishing move, but I did it on a friend and I knocked him out.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It was the pedigree. It was called the pedigree, and I put him in the pedigree, and I just you bent him down, you put his head between your legs, and then you just drop him down to the ground. Well,
pull my finger. No, Ray.
He was knocked out, and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm going to be in so much." Yeah.
Oh man, I tell you, I was a kid at my school when I was at high, and that was a school, but it wasn't high school. It was whatever you guys call that, the school before high school.
Yeah.
He choke holded me and made me faint, but he got the slipper for it, mate. So retribution was had. So that's what Big Daddy's done to the whole culture thing.
Well, that's what they say. Hey, kids, do not. We are professionals. Don't do this.
Yeah, Ray's a professional.
They didn't show that when I was young, man. I wanted to. Dude, I was the ultimate. My mom, I painted my face like the Ultimate Warrior, and I tied shoestrings on my arms, and I would run through the house. My favorite wrestler was the Ultimate Warrior, and I was yeah.
Oh wow, that's brilliant. Ray, my friend, we've come to the top of the hour. I've put a little thing up to say where people can find you on Twitter.
Sure.
But you are a very prolific streamer, so where can people find you if they want to watch more of your amazing content?
You just go to Ray3473. I always post when I'm going to stream. I'm Ray Sherrod on YouTube, SHERROD. Tonight I'm doing Red Dead Redemption 2 on Facebook. So I stream on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. I'm trying to put Stadia out there so everybody can see that. And they're like, is that on Stadia? No way, that's not Stadia. I'm like, yeah, it's. Wow.
I'll have some of that then, because have they released, because Red Dead Redemption 2 or Red Dead Redemption Online has now gone free to play, hasn't it? So you don't need to own Red Dead Redemption anymore to play the online version. Is that the case with Stadia, or is it just everywhere but at the moment?
You know what? I think it's should be free.
Should be, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
See, I think that might be one of the free to plays that's coming up on Stadia, because it's got the game. So why not?
Yeah.
There you go. Thank you very much, my friend. I am, of course, Rokk at Stadia Rokks on Twitter. This year channel for all my stuff. So tonight, of course, it's Rokk and Ray time every Wednesday, 8 p.m. UK. What time do we kick off in Pacific time, Ray?
At noon.
So it's midday in down yonder Pacific.
Bay Area.
One of my favorite places in the States. And of course, Friday, we've got Rockstars at Night now with Daz and Clive. Amazing combo. Yeah. And I'm hoping, no spoilers here, that Lee may rejoin us next year. So we'll keep that one. Hopefully that's going to happen. And of course, Saturday, with Cloudburst again on this here channel with an amazing array of talent, as you know, Ray.
Awesome
We've got Lloyd who's in the chat. We've got Adrian from Stadia Souls. We've got Clive Illenden. We've got Eddie Player One. We've got Chase. It's just, I don't think I've left anybody out. Amazing lineup of talent.
Brilliant minds of gaming.
Yeah, man. I wanted a show that was just, you know, wall-to-wall talent, and I'm so pleased that it's worked out. So anyway, listen, thank you so much for tonight, my friend. It's been a cracking show. We've had great fun.
It has.
Huge thank you to all of our friends in the chat that have come along to say hi, particularly those that have done super chats and become members. You are absolutely amazing. You will all be getting yourselves on the Rokk Hall of Fame. If you go along to stadiarokks.uk, you can see all the Rokk team members there. Yeah, love you all to pieces. Thank you so much. It means masses because it shows support for our little old show. So yeah, great. Thank you so much indeed. Ray, I'm looking forward to seeing your Red Dead Redemption show later. I'll be watching that. It usually happens when I wake up in the morning, just as you're about to go to bed.
It's the weirdest thing, because it's like when I'm streaming, people are, hey, good morning, mate. I'm off to work. Or I'm listening to you while I'm going to work. And I'm like, it's midnight where I'm at, man. But that's just how the world is.
That's the way the world is, isn't it? That's it. Who would have thought that we would be a global thing, eh? What an amazing world we live in. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Have a fantastic week. And wherever you are, good day to you, Stadia.